What's up, guys, and welcome back to another Classic Dad video game. So today we're going to be playing the second Spyro game, Spyro Ripto's Rage, also known in Europe and Australia, sorry, not Alaska, as Spyro 2 Gateway to Glimmer. This game in particular was done by Insomniac Games. It was published by Sony themselves. The producer of this was Grady Hunt, and the artist was Charlie Zimbalist. I'm not even going to try that. And Stuart Copeland was the composer. Went a little bit farther than I normally did on that, but it is what it is. So this released on November 2nd, 1999 in America, and then in Europe it was November 5th, 1999. So as I said, this is the second game. This was made, let me just make sure I got this right. This was made for the PlayStation. Again, I talked about this in my other video of Spyro, but these games I love. These are my favorite games whatsoever out there. When it comes to games, obviously you've got other games I like, Metal Gear Solids, the Assassin's Creed series, what is it? I don't know. Anyways, most of the zombie games out there I like. Dead Island is probably one of my favorite games. And then I like the Borderlands series. But we're not talking about those today. We're talking about the dragon, the purple dragon. We're talking about Spyro himself. So we're going to go ahead and get into this. I started a whole new thing for this. As far as the game, I went away from what I was playing already and did it this way. So I'm going to be grading it on three things. Number three. Those three things are graphics, gameplay, and the overall storyline. I want to do this because it's important to me to give a rating on these games of what I think as a classic dad and being games. Now, just a disclaimer here. I am not playing this off of the original system, so graphics wise, I'm not going to go off of this one. I'm going to go off of what the original one would have been, and what I would have seen from the original one. So I would have seen something a little bit different, quality-wise, but everything else is pretty much the same. But I'll be grading it off of that. As far as gameplay goes and stuff like that, it's pretty much the same compared to the original. So what I will do is I will go ahead and... sorry about that. I will go ahead and I will talk about... the gameplay of what I'm seeing here and how I'm playing it, and then the storyline is just the same as always. So I'm going to skip past some of this beginning part. I am horrible at any of the flying stuff, so when it gets to the flying games, I will not do those. That was always my brother thing. Now in my last video I talk about this. I talk about the addition of these little guys from different worlds that basically eventually help you get on to the next realm. This is one of those guys. I like this. I like the way they did this. Adding these little characters in makes it a little bit cooler. And there's some other characters they add too, which is really cool. You saw the one cheetah guy who rides around on a skateboard. Hopefully I'll be able to get to that level here soon. But yeah, so just the game is just running around collecting gems. In this one, it's a little bit different. In this one, there's a goal that you want to reach. So if you click on the world, if you listen to the guy, I didn't listen to him. If you listen to the guy, he tells you basically what is going on in that world and what he needs done. So we'll talk to him again. So he wants us to find a friend, and he's going to reward us with something. So I'm not going to spill the beans. There's one of our little things. So while you're playing the game, your little dragonfly is following you around. If you get hit, so if I walk over to this guy and he bonks me on the head like that, my guy's blue now. So you have ladybugs, you have chickens, you have all these different things. You just run up to them, hit them. Your dragonfly follows around a butterfly in this case, and he eats them. That gives you your power back. Well, it doesn't give you your power back. It kind of gives you an extra boost with your character, giving you the ability to kind of stay in the game a little bit longer. So I'm not going to go around and collect all these. Normally what I would do is go around and collect all the gems and stuff like that. And she saves my game, and she runs away. Now, Spyro has two means of attack, and some people don't like that. Oh, let's help this guy out. Some people don't like that. They think you should have a little bit more, but I don't think it's that important. I think it's a good thing for him to only have two attacks. I mean, he's a dragon. I mean, yeah, he could stomp on somebody, he could do this, he could do that, which you can. As you get farther in the game and you get some skill points, you can do some drop downs and stuff like that. And you also learn how to do certain things like swim or climb ladders. So this guy I can't climb a ladder yet, which in the first one you can't climb one at all, or go swimming. So you learn some stuff. Let's take this big dude out before he bonks me on the head again. Each time you take out some of the bigger guys, you will pick up these little crystal not crystals, but these little like orb things that disappear, which is pretty cool. And yeah, it's a little bit dark in here, but it happens. You have Mr. Moneybags over here. I don't want to talk to him because usually I'm spending tons of money to do what he wants me to do. This guy right here. I call him Mr. Moneybags. Can't really hurt him. He's going to build the bridge for 100 gems. Why not? I need the bridge to get across anyways. So he opens up the bridge for you. He is kind of a ripoff. He does that basically every game. As I said in this one was probably the one that had the worst problem for me personally when I was growing up playing the game with the camera views. It wasn't as fluent as the other one. The first one is really good with the camera views. Oh, and I lost my camera. Was pretty good with the camera views. Oops, sorry about that. But sometimes it just didn't work the way you want it to work. We're going to not worry about the camera for now. And so we fought off the lizards, and he's going to give me his pickaxe. So the pickaxe basically is going to power the portal to get home. And after you get back to the main screen, so each time you go from world to world, it kind of does this cut screen where you can blow some fire, you can do some spin moves, you can move up and down. It's kind of cool. I like it. It's pretty dark though. I don't know why. I don't know if that's just because I'm getting blared in the eye by a camera or what's going on, but so this is the main world that you're in. And there's Mr. Moneybags. And that's the bad guy from the game. I believe she is a fawn. I could be wrong. He calls her a goat, which is hilarious. We're going to skip past that. She just basically tells you what's going on in the world. We don't absolutely need to know that. There is a friend. Oh, that's her. So she's letting me know that in order for me to move on to the next one, I need a talisman from each one of the worlds here. The first world that I was in was obviously I got my the pickaxe, which is basically just the talisman for that world. And as you go through it, there's a couple more talismans throughout it. So I'm not going to go too much farther into the game. What I am going to say though is overall the game is good. Graphics wise, if you go back to the original PlayStation, they use component cables, so not going to look at all like it does now. A little bit more grainy, a little bit of a different look to it, but not too horrible. So compared to the first one, you do get an upgrade as far as the actual quality of the graphics. So first one I gave it 7.5. I'm going to probably give this one an 8 because of just the quality of the graphics. That's for my graphics portion of it. So the actual mechanics of it and the gameplay of it, pretty smooth. In this one they did fix, obviously they fixed a lot of the issues with the camera before where you'd be walking around and your camera would get stuck and you couldn't move it and couldn't do anything. They added the look around feature, which I kind of dig, you being able to look around the world and see what's going on. I'm being a little spazzy there, but the gameplay is very good. Besides that mistake, if I go off of the original game, with the graphics with the movement of the camera looking a little messy, and sometimes being harder to control, I'd probably give it, a 6.5. Just because that problem sometimes could be a major issue, having you to quit the game and then go back in and restart. the game, which could be kind of annoying having to do that 3 or 4 times while you're playing the game. Now, as far as the actual storyline of the game, it's going to be up there with the same as the last one. I mean, it's basically just good versus evil. It's what a lot of games are based off of, and which I mean, in this case, adding some cool elements of you being a dragon, having some different things. There's my cheetah. There's the cheetah guy. Having some different things that you can do. Obviously, as you get into the later games, as you get into like the next game and stuff like that, you have some other cool things you can do for it. Like the skateboarding thing, which I like. I knew I was gonna miss that. Whatever. The skateboarding thing and some of the other characters that they add in as you get into the next version of this game, I'll say. So yeah, overall the game itself, I'm going to give it a 8.5. I don't think it's a full 9, just because of some of the issues with the cameras. Again, I'm just playing it on the PS4 because that's what I have it for. I have it for the PS1 somewhere, but I don't know what that is, and I'm not going to try to find it right now. But I'm going off of the original game, so it would be an 8.5. If I went by current quality, it would be way above 8.5, but we're not going to go by current quality because that's not fair to the game itself. But yeah, overall, it's a good game. If you haven't played it, you should buy the. If you really want to play it, buy the original series. But obviously, not everybody's gonna want to go out and find a PS1 and then find this game, which is what it is. But it's a good game. If you have a PS4 or an Xbox 360, I would suggest getting the Reignite version, which comes with the first, second, and third games in it, which are very good games. So, on that note, I want to thank you all for watching the video, guys. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. Check out my other videos as the dragonfly waves by. Check out my other videos. Tell me what you think of the videos. Tell me if you like them, you hate them, whatever the case may be. Comments are very helpful to me in particular because it lets me know what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong, and if you like the games. We've got the stickers are out there. If you need to know where to find them, let me know. I can get you the link to it. I'll try to post it or have my when I get a chance, I'll put the link in there for where you can buy them in different colors. And eventually we'll be getting shirts, hats, all that good stuff out. And when we do that, we'll be doing some cool giveaways for that stuff so people can check it out, tell me how they like it. So guys, on that note, I want to thank you all for stopping by. Subscribe, smash the like button, as my wife would say, or her kids would say. Hit that bell notification so you can get the latest updates when I post videos. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit everything you can on the page. It would be greatly appreciated. All of the stuff that I do in these videos are stuff I like to do. I'm not just doing this because it's fun. I do this because this is something that I really like to do. I like to pass on older games. I'll go back eventually and we'll do some redo videos of some of the games I did in the beginning of my stuff and do some updates for them, and I'll go into my the three categories in each one of those videos so that I can kind of talk about them. And it might just be me kind of rewatching the videos or something crazy like that. Thanks again, guys. I appreciate it. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. As we added a couple weeks ago, stay happy and stay alive, guys. Thanks so much.